Hi there, it's Claire from Clairified Creations, and oh my goodness, you guys, it has been forever since I've picked up a camera, and a lot of life things have happened, all the updates. So this video is going to be sort of an update of where I've been because it's been almost 7 or 8 weeks. The last time I filmed, it was in about mid-May, and it's currently July 17th, so 2 months that I have been quiet on YouTube. For those of you guys that are new to my channel, I'm a rising senior at the University of Tennessee, and I'm in my last year of nursing school. I will start by saying that life has been really crazy. A lot of unexpected things have happened, so in my personal life, in just life in general, everything has been a lot to take in, and YouTube was my least priority because I wanted to focus on other things, and I've become more involved in a church. I just didn't want to film, and that's being very honest with you guys. I started my YouTube channel because I loved filming and I loved sharing all these memories I was making with you guys. But recently, I've just been feeling like I don't want to do it anymore. And that's something that I never expected myself to even be in that sort of position, because my whole goal was to get monetized on YouTube and to continue creating because I absolutely love filming and editing videos. And I found that every time I tried to pick up the camera, I just didn't want to do it, or I would film and then something would happen and then I would stop filming. It just got to the point where I felt like YouTube was a chore, and that is basically the story of why I've been gone nonstop. Pretty much every day I'm busy or I have something to do, so it's been a lot to adjust to because I'm not one of those people that is used to having a busy lifestyle. Yes, in school I'm always doing something, but during the summers they're a lot more relaxed usually. But this summer, it has not been a relaxing summer, which is okay. The thing that takes up the majority of my time, or at least the time of my days, is work. I alluded to it in a previous video, but yes, I did get a job, and I'm a nurse extern at a hospital, and it has been one of the best experiences I've ever had, just being able to work in a hospital that I can see myself actually loving. It's been really good, and I'm so thankful that I was given this opportunity to be a nurse extern. I've been paired with an amazing nurse these past 8 weeks, you guys. I have 2 more weeks of my externship and then it'll be over. My role is to shadow a nurse and also take on the role as a tech, so I do vitals, changing linens, and just seeing where else I can help out, turnover, checking people in. The best part about my externship is I'm actually with kids, so I'm working on a pediatric floor. I just love kids so much. That is exactly why I went to nursing school. It is to be a pediatric nurse. I don't want to be an adult nurse. And having this experience, the first time I've ever worked with kids at a hospital setting, you guys, it is completely different from the adult world. I don't know how I'm going to go back senior year and be at adult clinicals, but we're not going to think about that yet. That has been my summer, working full-time as a nurse extern. I typically work around, well, I would say 40 hours a week, but lately it's been a little less. But so I have to get up really early. I get up around 5:50, and then I work sometimes until the mid-afternoons. It really depends. Each day is different. By the time I get home, it can be 8:30 at night, and I'm really tired. So I will just sit upstairs, read, catch up on shows, and then I'll go to sleep and repeat the whole process over. Going forward though, I've decided that I am going to continue doing YouTube, but I do want some things to change in this channel. I don't want it to be this constant source of pressure, so I'm not going to promise any videos coming up. I think I'm just going to work with what I've got and try and just have fun with it again. And because I've been doing YouTube for 3 years now, since May of 2019, it's been a little over 3 years, and I feel like I've done a lot of videos and shared a lot with you guys, but I want to share more in a different way. So I want it to be more nursing content, and I'll probably still do some lifestyle vlogs. I'm really not sure where this is going to go, but I am excited about it, and I hope you guys will stick around for this channel, because as I grow older, this channel is going to change. It's not just going to be the same one as 18-year-old Claire when I started it. Or no, I was 17. Really quickly, I do want to do a semester recap because I probably should have done that a couple months ago. It is long overdue. Classes have been over, and if I don't do this now, I'm going to forget all the classes I've taken. To be honest, I have my cheat sheet up here. So I'm going to tell you, last semester, it was the hardest semester of my life. I really struggled through it all, but God brought me through it, and that is exactly what I believe. I really shouldn't have done as well as I did last semester. At the beginning of the semester, I honestly didn't know if I was going to be able to do it. I almost failed an exam. There was a lot of struggling, but we made it, and we're on the other side. The classes that I took were Pharmacology 2, Clinical Immersion 2, Med Surg 1, Psych Mental Health, and then lastly I took a nursing research class. And my grades were, for Pharmacology 2, I got an A, which was amazing. I ended up doing really well in Pharm because I had already taken Pharmacology 1, and I knew exactly how all the tests were going to be. The first one, I got a 90%. The second one, I got, I want to say, another 90. And then the third one, I got a 96. And then the last exam, I got a 98. It was somewhere around that range, but I got A's and B's on all those exams, and that guaranteed me an A. And then on the ATI for Pharm, I didn't do very well. I scored a level 1, and if you're not familiar with ATIs in nursing school, you take it based on what you've learned, but you haven't learned. And if you score above a level 2 or a 3, you make 100% for 5% of your grade. Or if you make a level 1, get a 50%, get a level 0, you get 0%. So since I scored a level 1, I got a 50% for 5% of my grade, which translates to 2.5 percentage points knocked off my total grade. That was not fun, but I kind of expected that. And ATI is a standardized test for all nursing students. So they either take ATI or HESI, and it's supposed to predict how well you'll do on the NCLEX, although I hope that is not true because I didn't pass the pharmacology exam. I did so good in all my other exams, which makes absolutely no sense. Next, we have Clinical Immersion 2. And that really wasn't a hard class. It was just the checkoffs that we have to do. For checkoffs, you have to score a certain percentage, otherwise you don't pass, and these percentages are really high. You have to be almost perfect in your skills, and we had 4 skills to check off on, and I was a complete ball of nervousness. Ended up passing all 4 of my checkoffs. I got hundreds on all of them except for one, and on that one I got about a 96%, so I still passed and all went well with that. Clinicals were really hard to get through because of the long hours, but thankfully by the time spring break rolled around, we were done, and my best friend was in my clinical group, which was amazing. Med Surg was the hardest class I've ever had in nursing school, possibly all of college. Microbiology is kind of rivaling that, and chemistry, but from a nursing school standpoint, Med Surg, it really was awful. My first exam went well. I got a 90%. My second exam, though, that was really bad. I ended up with a 78.5, and a passing score is a 75 at UT. So I was 3.5 points away from failing the exam, and that really freaked me out. I thought that I wasn't going to pass, and I was really nervous. I studied and studied and studied for that third exam, and I ended up with a 90.5 on the next one. And what's funny is I thought I failed it, and I was crying, and I really did think that I was going to get kicked out of school because I didn't get it, and I thought I was going to have to retake Med Surg, but it didn't happen. Got an A on it. The last one, the final, it was really hard too. It was probably the hardest out of all of them because it was a cumulative exam. Fun. And I ended up with an 84.75 on the final, and my overall grade for Med Surg was a B. That was not what I wanted. I really tried to get a B+. I pulled everything possible. That weekend before my final exam, I had a really hard weekend. And it is, fun fact, the first B I've ever gotten in college. I've gotten a B+ before, but never a B. And I had to really learn to be okay with it. Then we have psych mental health. Psych wasn't really hard for me at all. I just had to study 2 days in advance. Not a good thing to admit, but reality. Got a 90%, an 88%, a 90%, and a 90% on my exams. So got all A's and then a B+. For my ATI, I somehow scored a level 2. When I submitted my ATI, I really thought that I was going to fail it and get a level 0, but I got 100%, and that really helped me out. Lastly, my research class, it was really all papers, so we had to write critiques, and then we had a group project and a final group paper. That was really stressful. Our paper ended up being 14 to 17 pages. I ended with an A, barely. I got 4 A's and 1 B to round out my second semester of nursing school, which I am really happy with. Well, that about sums it up. That's where I've been. Now we'll focus and switch gears to this upcoming senior year. It'll be very insane. So I will see you guys later. Bye.